Welcome back to the channel. I want to show you guys a few timeline view options and some matting things that might become an issue. So I have a 1920 1080 timeline here. And if we look at our media, let's go ahead and open the inspector. You can see it's 720 by 384, which is almost a 185. But not quite. Now, when we look at this viewer, you can see black bars at the top and bottom, which is what we would expect to see. But if we turn on this clip below, you can see that those bars actually aren't there, and it shows the image behind. Now, what you typically do to fix that would be to zoom in and eat into your image left and right until the top and bottom fill the frame. Sometimes that's a creative decision where you don't want to eat into the image, so you would normally just mat it. There's a couple ways you can do that. But another thing I wanted to point out, in case you didn't stumble upon your image being sized incorrectly or not filling the frame, is this icon down here under your timeline view options on the left of your preview monitor. You have viewer background. Now it's set to black, so by default it looks correct. But if you change it to checkerboard and we shut this extra video off, we can see a checkerboard underneath now, letting us know that this frame doesn't fill all the way to the edges. And then there's another option under there for gray. So this is a good way to see where your media is sitting inside your frame, and you won't have this particular issue happen to you if you have that on. Otherwise, if it's on black, you're going to think it looks how it's supposed to. Now I'm going to turn this below media back on so we have the problem back. And you might get this with comping in different size pieces of media or whatnot over top of each other. Now there's a few ways you can actually address this problem. One is, and to be aware of, if you have your timeline viewer background on black, well then you could actually crop. And as you can see, if we crop the top clip here, it'll just add more black. But that's that fake background. So anytime you have the bottom on, it's just going to make that bigger. So let's go back to this clip. I'll show you what I mean. There it is. It's cropping the image of the frame, but not adding a black bar. So that's not the solution you're looking for. There's a couple ways to fix that. One, you can add an adjustment clip. And with the adjustment clip on, you can actually crop it. And then now we have a black bar. So you could do that, but that gets rid of the black bar on everything. And then you'd have to have a special adjustment clip for your mat, which is okay. Another way to do that is under timeline, you have output blinking down below. So right now it's giving us a full frame like a 178, or they round it to 177 here. But if we do say like 133, you can see side mats come in and we get this square image. And what we would be looking for in this case would be like a 185 or a 2.0. So let's choose 2.0 because it's a little bit over 185, and 185 still leaves a little bit of a sliver. So here's 2.0. Now the black mat on top and bottom has filled the frame. And we, of course, don't see the image underneath, even though it's active here. So there we go. On and off. You can't see that. If we reset our blanking back to 177, you could see that that image comes back. So there's a couple ways to handle that. And then it's a user preference if you want to have the viewer background be checkerboard or gray. But that helps if you're using like PNG files or anything with a see-through background. It'll let you know just where that background is, sort of like it does over in the Fusion page, and you get that checkerboard to work with. All right, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video.